The media has asked for our opinion on taking sides, for or against a strike on Syria. This is my response. Let me ask this one question. If you have or know of a brother, sister, friend, neighbor, or relative who has fought for and died for your freedoms and for the honor of the United States of America, how can you say no to fighting for the freedoms and lives of those in other countries who are in dire need of the United States to be the nation which it proclaims to be? How can you say that you want the killing to continue, knowing that your loved ones have died defending this nation and its international integrity? To not defend the weak and the helpless who are being slaughtered and pushed out of their homes is not what the United States is about. Or is it now? To say no to stopping Assad is to say no to what our nation is about. The Al-Qaeda rebels in Syria and in the world need stopped as well. You think that this doesn't have anything to do with the United States and that we should do nothing? If we don't, then our enemies will be on our soil before you know it, because they will see us as fat, lazy, apathetic, and weak. The world will see the USA as a nation of cowards that will not stand up to those who mean to do us harm. Giving in to bullies and terrorists just because they have friends is not an acceptable option. Taking sides. I side with honor, integrity, protecting the weak and the defenseless. I choose to side with what the United States is supposed to be about, and not with what it has become. America, put your apathy and your fear in your back pocket for now. It will be there when it's all over. But for now, we must unite as a nation and fight for what we are supposed to be about. To not fight the villainy, terrorists, and destroyers of democracy in the world is to prove to the world that we are a divided nation and no longer a United States of America. It is not about wanting war, because I can assure you that I am tired of it just like the rest of you. I've been the boots on the ground too many times to not think about being tired and weary of the bloodshed. This is not about wanting war. This is about wanting peace for those who do not have it. This is about fighting for those who do not have the means to stand up and fight for themselves. This is about being the United States and giving a fuck about those who need our strength and leadership. We cannot turn our backs on the people who need us right now. We cannot stand down and allow the evil in the world to win this fight before it's even begun. For if we do, then what are we as a nation? Who are we, America? Are we united or divided? I want to know, because I'm tired of trying to portray us as the good guys, if the majority of you out there are turning a blind eye to the murders, the death, and horrible killings of innocent women and children who need our help. What are we if we are not a United States? How are we to represent democracy and peace when we allow these evils to take place without taking sides with those who will help them? I'm truly ashamed of every last one of you who wants to cower instead of fight for those who are at our doorsteps, bleeding and dying as they hold their corpses of their massacred children in their arms. Ashamed of you all who want to do nothing in this time when we should be doing everything to help. Who are you, America? Who am I? The very fact that I must cover my identity when I proclaim my allegiance to the United States and what it stands for is a sad thing. There are those where I live who are against the freedoms granted to us by the U.S. Constitution. These are the leaders of my community, the commissioners, sheriff, a few on the police force, and the lawmakers whom I know would see me dead before they see a true democracy. It is a divided nation when our so-called leaders in our society have threatened to disobey federal laws and to even say they will shoot any federal agent who tries to enforce any law they do not like. It is a divided nation when so many in our society threaten to take up arms against our government simply because their party did not win an election. It's sad. And a divided nation where the United... I fight back tears when I say this because it's so pathetic that we have become this way. What are we? Who are we? The NRA has brainwashed people into loving their guns more than they love their kids. Death and anarchy has taken over here in the United States. That is why so many have grown apathetic to what is going on in Syria, Egypt, and abroad. Too many people want the ability to take up arms and kill their friends, neighbors, and family. Too many people listen to terrorist groups such as Anonymous and trust them more than they trust their own government. What happened to you, America? Where's your backbone? Where is your pride in the red, white, and the blue? We must become united again. And fast, before it's too late. So, where do I stand? I stand with the United States and for what it stands for. For if we do not stand for our beliefs, then we are not a nation which will stand for long.